Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, you are watching the newest podcast on YouTube. Welcome to the Five Nights at Freddy's podcast. Now, I know there are many podcasts out there of this game, so what makes mine so different? Well, I like to think that I am quite knowledgeable of the series. I've been with the series since the beginning, almost 11 years ago. I've learnt about the lore inside and out, all the changes and such. I've watched many theories, many timelines, and many predictions. I've seen countless rumors and debunks, memes and hoaxes. I was there when Foxy was theorized to shout freedom in the FNAF 2 trailer. But I've learned in recent years that among my friends, they know little, if not nothing of the series. And I'm sorry, but if you're my friend, you aren't getting away with that. I loved explaining and answering questions my friends have, but it got to the point where I said, screw it, I'm going to do a podcast and teach everyone. You can officially call me Miss Peggle, as I'm going to be your FNAF professor. Now look, I'm not saying that I can answer everything and explain everything. I may not be right on everything, and I may not know everything, but I like to think I know enough that I can share my knowledge to others. So please do not come at me with hate if I got something wrong. I'm just a Peggle and I'm trying my best. Now, I knew I couldn't do this by myself. I needed students. So please join me in welcoming two friends of mine, Heathie and Red.
Hello, I'm Heathie.
Hey,
Hi.
I'm Red.
These two lovely ladies know very little of the franchise and have happily accepted on taking on the challenge of learning the lore of FNAF. Welcome in, ladies. How are we?
Hello. Good. How are you?
I'm good. As good as good. Are you guys excited? Are you guys prepared?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh no.
You've gotta sit there and suffer through like 10 plus games.
Oh my gosh, that's so many games.
At the top of my
I'm
head.
prepared.
At the top of my head, there's at least 10. There's probably a little bit more, but because
Oh my gosh, it's so many.
if we're excluding the spin-offs, and there's less probably, but because we're also going to be talking about FNAF World, UCN, and AR, because those actually have lore relevance. There's probably a few more. So, here's my first question. When did yous get into FNAF? Like, when did you start hearing about it and was like, I'm kind of interested? We can start with Heathie first.
That's a good question. Oh.
Heathie has to remember.
Yeah, I think it was many years ago. I worked at a public library, and I specifically worked in the children's room, and there were quite a few of the younglings who would talk about this brand new game that their favorite YouTuber was playing, and how, oh, did you see the newest episode? And it didn't just pop up once. They talked about it very often, the series, and I got interested in it too.
Oh wow, that's good. What about you, Red?
I got it back in games around when it came out. I think I was maybe in middle school at the time. A lot of people were talking about it. A lot of lore was coming out, and I was really interested. I played it around when the first game was coming out. I still don't know a lot. It's been too long. It's been too long. I don't remember.
You know, I played this since the start. I still know nothing.
I still know nothing. Literally me.
This is why I'm here to assist, and many others, because I know they sit here going, Peggle, please. Help. Okay, so Red's pretty much answered your first game was the first game, was it?
Yes, the first one.
Okay, Heathie, what was your first game? Was it the first one as well, or did you did you kind of skip a few?
I did not play a Five Nights at Freddy's game until Security Breach.
Ma'am!
It's insane.
You got to Security Breach and was like, this is great. Wait, what? What is this?
Even better, it was gifted to me.
Oh my gosh. You know what? Lots of people, I will say, the fan base did grow a lot larger when Security Breach came out. Lots of new fans came and joined within it. So it doesn't surprise me that Security Breach was first because, yeah, lots of people came in during that time. So
Yeah, absolutely. It did make me want to try out the other games, and I did dabble in the other games, but my first one was Security Breach.
Yep. My goodness. No, because can you guys believe that Security Breach itself was actually 4 years old this year?
What?
Yeah, it came out in 2021.
I feel old.
I know, it doesn't feel Security Breach is that old already.
Where did the time go?
I don't know. It came out in 2021 and I was like, wait a minute. 4 years?
Wait a second.
No, it's almost going to be half a decade old next year.
Yeah, that would be 5 years.
That's
Oh crap.
I mean, freaking Secrets of the Mimic, the new game that just came out, is already a month old. So,
Oh my gosh, already a month old?
right? Like, what the fuck? Oh,
I could have sworn it was just a couple of weeks. Well, I mean, a few weeks is a month, so
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
mhm.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess.
I guess so.
Begrudgingly accepted.
So the plan is for this podcast, to the lovely viewers that are watching, is at the very least, we're going to be talking about the games. I'm going to try and not dwell into the books too hard, because the books are a whole new other breed of lore that I don't think it needs to be shoved down the throat yet. My rule is with the books is if it is necessary to talk about within the games, I'll bring it up. So that's my rule with the books, because I remember when Sister Location came out, we really tried to use the books for lore and it just did not work. And that's why the books are absolutely hated on pretty much to this very day. So, but at the very least, we will be talking about FNAF 1 all the way up until the recent Secrets of the Mimic. Not in this episode though. We're gonna start with 1 and we're gonna make our way to Secrets of the Mimic, or if by the time a new game comes out, we'll talk about that. We'll make new episodes when new games come out. Yay! That'll
Yay!
Be fun.
that'll be our plan. So yeah, we'll start with episode 1, Five Nights at Freddy's 1, the game that started it all. Sweet.
The legend.
So, the legend, yes, the GOAT, the grandpappy of horror games. So we'll get into I'm going to talk about the history of each game before we get into the gameplay and then the lore of the series. So first we'll get into the history. So here's a little bit of history time with Peggle.
Oh boy!
In the year of 2014, our game's developer, Scott Cawthon, was in a very rough patch. He was a game developer and working at a Dollar General store as a side job to make money for his family. Unfortunately, the games he made were all given bad reviews. He was really struggling mentally and financially. The story goes that a YouTuber who played his game, Chipper and Sons, absolutely trashed on his game, saying the characters were nightmare fuel and gave him the motivation to try one more time. He decided to tackle on a spooky aspect, and with that, Five Nights at Freddy's was born. It was released on August 8th, 2014. Thinking this game would result in another bad review, he didn't think too much of it. Little did he know that quickly his game becomes the biggest horror game of all time. People were obsessed with it, enjoying how different it was than the other horror games that came out at the time, such as Slender Man and Amnesia. The game sold over thousands of copies in the span of hours, and over the days the numbers got bigger and bigger. Big YouTubers like PewDiePie, Markiplier, CoryX Kenshin, Jacksepticeye, and more tackled on the game that got the game even more popular. Game Theory's MatPat did a theory on the game soon after its release, and it's now one of the biggest games he theorizes on his channel. Markiplier himself even has expressed on his podcast that FNAF bought his house. Scott had no idea that giving his game developing career one more shot would cause the first game to have multiple sequels, spin-offs, books, merch, and especially a movie with a sequel coming later this year in December. So, that's your history of how this thing is called. You guys believe in the domino effect or the butterfly effect?
Yes.
Literally,
100%.
FNAF is 100% a butterfly effect. Having Scott give it one more try, and doing the game resulted in so much. Like, FNAF is pretty much the king in the chair when it comes to mascot horror. Like, I think lots of people out there can say if it wasn't for FNAF, Bendy wouldn't have been made, Poppy Playtime wouldn't have been a thing, Hello Neighbor, bloody Garten of Banban, all that crap, it wouldn't have been a thing if FNAF didn't do it first. Honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so many careers within the world of FNAF have been made. Like the people that have made the books, they have gotten a lot more people interested in their story writing because of FNAF. Bloody voice actors have been getting more job offerings from other big games and movies and animes and all that. Bloody Hollywood and bloody Warner Brothers is taking a closer look at FNAF and are now doing a bunch of other horror video games for movies as well. So, like, I think FNAF has done something. I honestly think, can you, like, I truly believe in the butterfly effect when it comes to that. Like, can you imagine if Scott just gave up? We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here.
Very true.
So I think we should say thanks to the person, the YouTuber that trashed on Chipper and Sons. Thank you for trashing on the game and giving Scott the motivation to make another one.
Yes.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
I love a new game.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Oh, goodness. Right. I think it's time to get into the game itself. What is this Five Nights at Freddy's? What do you mean? You're staying 5 nights at a Freddy's place? What do you mean? Well, let me help you. Fun fact, when I first heard about the name Five Nights at Freddy's, I thought it was about a horror game before even looking at the game, and I thought it was about you're staying at your child friend's place as a sleepover, and it's like a horror game, and every night something happens, and you're like gotta be careful. That's literally what I thought it was about until I actually looked at it and was like, that is not a child home. That's a restaurant. So I don't think I was too far off.
You know, now that you mention it, I had a similar idea and similar concept. I thought it was, have you heard of the Canterbury Tales? It's a series of stories that travelers told around a campfire or at an inn.
Ooh.
And I imagined it was very reminiscent of that. I thought Five Nights at Freddy's was a group of kids sitting at a sleepover telling scary stories before they go to bed.
Oh, that's interesting.
A really good comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, when you think of the name Five Nights at Freddy's, you don't think of a children's restaurant with murderous robots. I thought it was about a sleepover.
No, not at all.
I thought it was about a sleepover. So,
Mm-hmm.
oh goodness. But yes, the game. FNAF 1's gameplay is very simple, unlike its latest sequels. The game opens with you in first person, sitting in an office. You can't move at all, only looked left and right. You get a voicemail from a man who was dubbed Phone Guy by fans. He talks about how he did the last shift before you. He gives you the rundown of how your shift works. You must watch the cameras of our beloved pizzeria and its robots, and if they move at all, make sure they do not reach into your office. Use your lights to see into the hallway, and if they are there, close the door. Failing to do so will result in your death. Phone Guy explains that it's unclear as to why they move at night, but that they used to walk during the day, but no longer due to an incident called the Bite of 87. Phone Guy also believes the reason they're trying to kill you is because they mistake you as an endoskeleton, which makes them need to stuff you into a suit. As each night progresses, it only gets tougher and tougher. Phone Guy doesn't give much lore, however, on the fourth night, he gets murdered by an unknown robot. We hear on the voicemail of someone banging on the door. Freddy's music plays, we hear breathing, and then a mysterious screaming sound till the phone cuts off. On the fifth night, our voicemail is now just static and weird noises. After beating the 5 nights, you receive a paycheck. The paycheck reveals your name as Mike Schmidt and a date that reads 13th of November with an unmarked year. You are paid $120 US. Then you get an option to do the bonus 6th night. Beating this night gives you an additional 50 cents. Yeah!
Oh boy!
Love more money.
Yeah! You then get the custom night option, which gives you the opportunity to customize the difficulty of the robots. The most challenging difficulty is raising each character to level 20. The challenge is nearly impossible, that Markiplier himself took 7 hours to beat it. This is not a joke. He took 7 hours straight. Insane.
Oh my gosh.
Beating it, you receive a pink slip saying that you're fired for tampering with the robots and odor. That is your gameplay of FNAF 1. Quite simple, really.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's very simple. You pretty much just have first night, easy as a breeze goes. You've got, like, Bonnie coming at you the most. I think in recent times now, they actually start to bring in 2 in the first night, which is a bit rude, bringing out Bonnie and Chica. And then you got your second night where you have Bonnie and Chica definitely, but then Phone Guy also warns you, hey, check out Foxy in Pirate Cove. He's a bit active, so you gotta watch him as well. Freddy does not pop up in 1 or 2 at all. He just sits there and monitors the whole place. And then you've got FNAF 3, wow, Night 3, where that's when Freddy starts coming out. Now, Freddy is very different from the others because Bonnie and Chica are just known to move everywhere. They walk, you hear their footsteps, and with Foxy, you just watch the camera with every phase, how he slowly comes out the curtain, and then he runs down the hall to jump scare you and such. But Freddy, he's really different. He is more sound-based. So there's about 5 or 6 laughs that he does, and each laugh is when he's moving to a different camera. So the first laugh, he's in the dining room. Second laugh, he's in the bathroom. Third, kitchen. Fourth, hallway. And then 5th is when he's at the corner, and that's when you've got to keep that right door closed the entire time. Because if he does a laugh that sounds really, really close to you, you're dead. You're screwed.
Oh no.
You are screwed, and his jump scare is one of the more scarier ones because it happens out of nowhere. So, yeah. So, yeah, you got to keep the door closed the entire time, and once you hear a laugh, that means he's gone back to the dining room, and the cycle repeats. It's an absolute pain in the ass when Freddy refuses to leave. It's like, dude! Then you got Bonnie on the other side. He's like, I'm gonna gonna be here too. And it's like, bruh, what the heck? So then you've got the 4th night and the 5th night. They're pretty much the same. It's just they're more aggressive, more active. And then you've got the 6th night. They're even more aggressive. And then you've got custom night where you can have fun. I should also mention this game has limited power. If you run out of power, you're dead. You're dead. Freddy will play his lovely little jingle of Toreador's March, and then he jump scares you. Fun fact, that's actually how Markiplier beat 420 mode. It is kind of, if you do it without power, by running out of power, it's more luck based, because Freddy's jingle I think can go for about 60 seconds. I want to say it goes for at least a minute, maybe 50 to 60 seconds, and you gotta pray that you're at 5 a.m. and you gotta sit there and pray that he plays his song, and then he takes his sweet ass time to get up to jump scare you. So you sit there and pray, and that's how Mark won, because just because he had to sit there and pray. So yes, what do you think of how FNAF 1 is? I mean it's pretty simple, but I think that's why people liked it, because it was so different. Because at the time you had like I said, you had Slender Man and Amnesia, which was more free roam based.
I think that there was a certain charm to it as well, because at the time it didn't have this huge story, so it was pretty introductory friendly. You could get into it pretty quickly, and you could hop right into the game and play and just kind of enjoy yourself in bursts, which is always really convenient when when you want to play something new. Just the charm of the animatronics too, and kind of how they could get it got to the point where you recognized them and you kind of could pick up on their habits, right? And I think that's just a special sort of charm that other games before that just had not been able to hold on to as much in that kind of time frame. And it was something that a lot of people were kind of looking for, at least for me.
Yeah, it was so different to like all the others, because you just get in there and you're like, whoa, what the fuck? You don't have a gun, you can't defend yourself. Like you
have
I was gonna
doors.
say it too. Excuse me.
Yeah, it's fine.
But it's like, it's an entirely new environment, like you mentioned. It's not like free roam anymore. Like in games like Amnesia, you're stuck in an office, you have limited power, there's more stress to make it to the end of your shift. In comparison, you have to watch so many different things. You have to look at the doors, the cameras, you have to watch a bunch of different animatronics. And also keep in mind your power consumption, or else it's over.
Yes.
It was a whole new mechanic base just pushed in front of you. And it was really intriguing, and I feel like that caught a lot of audience because, like you all are saying, it's something different. It's something really unique that no one's really pushed forward yet into the horror community. Jump scares are one thing, but like all of that blended together with the community it has now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got like when sometimes you're sitting there in complete silence, and all of a sudden you hear creepy music out in the distance, or you hear Foxy who starts singing. Like, that was so creepy, just out of nowhere. It's like, what's going on? What is this?
Who are you?
It's freaky. When I remember when Scott was asked, like, how did you make FNAF? Like, how did it came to this? And honestly, he obviously wouldn't remember exactly how it all went 11 years later, but he said that it was like kind of all planned out. Like, it just all came to his head. Like, the same with the robots. Like, how did you make Bonnie, Freddy, and Chica? It just all came to his head. Just laid out there. Foxy was the one that he struggled with the most, because he was like, how do I do this fourth character out on the side? I remember him saying that he had this competition where he had 3 choices on who was going to be the fourth character, and he had obviously a fox who won. He had a wolf, and he had a beaver, but then he cut out beaver because of Chipper and Sons. So he went with fox, got Foxy, and a wolf is actually used at some point much later in the series, book-wise and game-wise. So, you know, he didn't completely discredit the wolf idea. So but yeah, Foxy is actually, fun fact, Foxy was the most beloved character of the whole series, probably all the way up until Security Breach. Honestly, he was the most loved.
Foxy's my favorite character
from the first game. Yeah, see, he's just a bit special. Which I'm not surprised. Bonnie from FNAF 1 has always been my favorite. It hasn't changed. But I remember people loved FNAF 1 Foxy up until Security Breach, because once Security Breach came out, they added in some new characters that people are obsessed with. I still think Foxy is still really loved, but you know, when you got all those new ones out there, it's like, oh my god. Well, here we.
It's hard to compete.
Yeah, it is hard to compete.
Yeah.
Red, who's your favorite? Do you have a favorite character?
When I ended up seeing them, what were they called? No.
What were they called? Which game was it?
The puppet. I was thinking music. It's the puppet. I love
the puppet.
It's everything to me.
Ah.
It just sounded like such a nice aspect. I won't explain it now. That will be something explained later, of course.
Of course.
But I just, I thought it was something new. Because of course there's like Mangle. But I do love the puppet. It made my little soul happy.
You are a lot like the other FNAF theorists out there. Like, many FNAF theorists love the puppet.
Yes. I've listened to too many theories.
I don't blame you.
I love it.
Like the puppet and like a character in FNAF 1 as well are probably the most mysterious. Like, they're just there. They're just there. They just exist, and you just have to accept it.
Yeah, they're like, hey, I'm here. What's up? Oh, I'm in your room.
Yeah, right. So, are you guys ready to get into the lore of FNAF 1?
Oh, actually, one more thing about the gameplay that I thought was really interesting is that you're kind of punished for only looking into the cameras, and I think that the way that you lose in that regard is actually kind of fun, because you'll hear them come in, and depending on which one it is, they'll be like, hello. Hello, notice me. Get jump scared. Come on.
Notice me, senpai. I'm here.
Yeah, exactly. Notice me. Hello.
It's like that. How to make Five Nights at Freddy's not scary, and it's like, hello. Got some pizza?
Excuse me.
Is that a battery? Oh, thanks.
Thanks!
Oh, thanks.
Wow, oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Yeah, you are punished. Like, there's a mechanic, I think Red brought it up, which is where if you use too much usage or something, you can't close your door or turn on your light at all. And that's it. You're fucked. You're dead. I don't know why that. I never knew why that was implicated, because sometimes it's just like, why do you need this? I'm trying to live here.
Right. It's just like another added layer of stress. Like, oh, you were on your camera the whole time. You held the door too long while Chico was there.
Right.
It's done.
And thankfully, that is
You're
never
done.
ever used again. That silly mechanic. Thank God.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think that was one of the reasons why PewDiePie stopped playing FNAF 1. He never finished FNAF 1. because of that stupid usage mechanic. He did finish FNAF 2, but he never finished FNAF 1 because of that stupid usage button. So,
oh my gosh.
which I do not blame him. That is a bit dumb to use.
Yeah. It spends it definitely reminds you that you're playing a game instead of being in reality, because you can believe that maybe there's a power outage, but every night for 5 nights, 6 nights, unlikely.
Especially when it happens in 420 mode in custom night.
Oh god, literally.
That is the
To describe like the entire gameplay too, as it progressively gets harder, it's like flip down, close the doors, flip down, open the doors, keep flipping. Wait a minute. Flip again, touch the light.
right? Wow. Did you guys know that Scott actually had nightmares about Bonnie?
Really?
About Bonnie?
Yes. So out of everyone, he says that he still thinks it now, that Bonnie from FNAF 1 is the scariest. I mean, I don't blame him. He doesn't have eyebrows.
I cannot unsee that. Oh no.
So his way of doing of how it happened is that you know how Bonnie jump scares you, right? He comes up in your face like the way he does. When he was making it, he had just the freeze frame of just Bonnie's face looking up at you before he jump scares you. That's all he had. And, that's how he had his nightmares. So,
oh no.
Wonderful, right?
Oh, there was also Golden Freddy as well.
Yes.
I had nightmares about Golden Freddy. I can confirm. I did.
Terrifying.
I had nightmares about the puppet
I
as
still makes sense. I still never really understood why Golden Freddy appeared in the initial games. It's something I don't remember.
Oh boy, we're gonna get into Golden Freddy and the laws.
Oh boy.
Oh, I bet.
No, but I did have nightmares about Golden Freddy.
Okay.
I died to Golden Freddy a couple of times. I personally think that is the scariest way to die. That's for me, at least.
Well, yeah, he yells at you for like a solid 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you should see me as a kid screaming, what is that? What is that?
I used to have
He screams at
nightmares
you.
about I'm trying to when I was young. So when the game came out, and I'm still in primary school. I remember having nightmares about I'm trying to sleep because I'm trying to get out of my afraid of the dark phase, sleeping without a nightlight.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to sleep.
Mhm.
And this is when I started having a computer and a desk with a chair and all that. I always had nightmares of Golden Freddy sitting in his sitting pose at my computer desk and staring at me and breathing. And would make me not want to sleep. And I was like, you know what? I still need my nightlight. 11-year-old me refused. It was like, I don't care.
What if he's there?
Fair enough.
Right? What if he's there? And I had a nightlight all the way up until I was 15 years old. I did not care.
Oh my gosh.
That's so bad. As a kid, it's what if I see his eyes in the dark? What if he just opens them and he's there?
Right?
I can't.
Mhm.
It's terrible. Oh god. Alright.
Gosh.
It's time to get into the lore of this game. What is this? What is
So many
this?
notes.
This lore. Yes. I haven't put in
Lore.
too much lore because FNAF 1 doesn't have too much. But like I said, if you guys have questions at the end, I can try my best to answer them. And probably I'll even bring up some lore debunks, hoaxes that are now, theories that we had in FNAF 1 that are no longer a thing now. That we had back in the day. I was thinking about them recently. I'm like, I should bring these up because they were very interesting at the time. So, so it's theorized that the game is set in 1993 It's been mathed because, I mean, you're getting paid $120 for working like 5 nights. That is like such little money. So people did some math with it and said like the best one is 1993 because you would have been paid $120 for that amount of time back in the day. So, but unfortunately for the restaurant, business was not sunshine and rainbows, with newspaper clippings in certain cameras at certain times state that the place would close at the end of the year. The question is, why? People got freaked out with its history. These robots had a habit of smelling very bad, with blood and mucus coming out of their eyes and mouths, and the place was threatened to be shut down multiple times because of it. Phone Guy states that the suits haven't been cleaned in over 20 years, which could explain the odor. Well, that's a bit stinky. stinky robot suits. Like, these things are like made out of fur and fabric. So, you know,
Ew.
they'd be a bit stinky.
It's mad and gross.
Like, I can't believe
Yucky.
Fazbear Entertainment never washed them in 20 years. Like, bruh. Stinky. But how is there blood? More newspaper clippings show that on June 26, no year, 2 local children were reportedly lured into a back room. Cameras show a man and the police captured him. The kids were never found and were presumed dead, so the man was set free. The police believe that the man dressed as a company mascot to earn the kids' trust. Another newspaper clipping showed that 5 children were later reported missing. The same man was captured and even convicted, but once again, the bodies were never found, so was set free. Ever since then, people refused to come, which caused the pizzeria struggle to stay open. Yeah, that sucks, because they couldn't find the bodies. They couldn't really convict the dude. Like, they couldn't send him to prison. Like, well, we don't have evidence.
Yeah, they just had
They had nothing.
Yeah.
Like, they had, like, cameras of, like, him dressed up in a mascot outfit and, like, taking kids to a back room. But, like, there was no proof that he actually did anything. So, they're like, well, we can't really do much. Guess he has to go. So, kind of sucked.
The perfect crime, I guess.
Perfect crime. Got away with it. What a naughty man.
Repeatedly.
This wasn't all, however. The suspicious bite of 87 made people refuse to come, which to this day we don't know too much about, except possible theories of when and who. This event was never spoken about again. Yeah, literally to this day, Bite of 87 is never spoken about. Legit, that's all we have, really, from FNAF 1. Just, oh, they used to walk around during the day, but then there was the Bite of 87. It's amazing that how a human can live without the frontal lobe. And, yeah, that's...
Yeah.
That's it!
Yeah.
Yeah! I mean, I won't mention it, but there is one of the new books that came out. It's called The Week Before, I think it's called, and you play as... You actually read as, like, your Phone Guy, because Phone Guy did The Week Before you play. And, it is mentioned, to my knowledge. I need to actually read it. But I do know that it is mentioned in there, so maybe it's finally revealed more about it.
That would be really good.
It would be
good. It was something that I wondered about.
Yeah, but the best possible theories that we have with it is that it was most likely taken place in 1987, hence 87, and it was people used to think it was a child, but I think it's more now stated as it was a employee that, you know, they lost their frontal lobe, and people believe that it is either Foxy or Mangle. So one of them. I'm more on the Foxy team, Team Foxy. Because, I mean, look at him. We see him in FNAF 1. His jaw is completely broken, and he's out of order.
Exactly.
Yeah, Nickel wasn't really introduced until more I guess more the second-ish game.
Yeah, the reason why people think it was more Mangle is, again, another broken jaw. And apparently people thought that her jaw was actually big enough to get the frontal lobe. Because, you know, frontal lobe is quite large.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like enough possible proof that Mangle's the one that did it, because they're just, I don't know, they just don't. I like Foxy better. I like the Foxy one better. I mean, he's literally
I agree.
Out of order.
Yeah, the out of order sign, the fact that he is specifically included in the first game leads me to believe that they're more connected in that respect.
Yeah. Yep. But now we can start getting into the more bigger question that we brought up earlier. Was one of the biggest questions in FNAF 1, and remains a question to this day, is what is Golden Freddy? No one ever asks who is Golden Freddy or how is Golden Freddy.
How is Golden Freddy? How you doing, buddy?
Golden Freddy or Golden Bear, which that was actually his name. His name was actually Golden Bear, Gold Bear, or Yellow Bear. I think it was more Yellow Bear actually, but that's what his actual name was until the fans were dubbing him Golden Freddy, and and Scott was like, okay.
Okay.
I think no one actually knows who started Golden Freddy, but Markiplier definitely popularized the name when he got Golden Freddy in his videos. So thanks, Mark. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
So Golden Freddy or Yellow Bear was a rare instance where if you saw a Golden Bear poster in Cam 2B, you would see a Golden Bear slumped over in your office with the words "It's me" popping up on the screen. You must quickly pull your camera back up to get rid of him, or else he will jump scare you and crash your game. Yeah, that's you don't get you don't just get jump scared and game over. You get your whole computer like, get out. Your whole game kicks you out.
Yes.
It's
yes.
Very rude.
Yes. I remember this.
Hey,
so you think, oh, what's that on the poster? And
yeah,
you don't find out.
It's very rare actually for that to happen. I got him in when I first played FNAF 1 again on stream. I think it was like last year or something like that. I got him that was my first time actually getting him in the whole 11 years of like 10, 11 years of me playing the game. It was the first time I actually got him, and I freaked out.
Oh my gosh. Now I regret not saving that video because I freaked out too.
Yeah, it was clipped and everything. Like, I couldn't believe it. He's so rare. Which is...
I know I got him when I first started playing, and it was before the discussions about him were popping up. So it's like, what is this? I don't know what this is. Yeah. Imagine this little red screaming because she just found something and it crashed her game and she thought her computer was broken.
Yep.
I was playing the game on my phone, so I'm like, what happened to my phone?
Oh no.
Oh
no. But yes, he's so mysterious because no one really knows who he is or where he came from. There is theories, but like we're gonna get into those way later down the track. So future games, he is kind of he's still a mystery, but he is we kind of have a bit more theories about him later in the series. So and looking at him closely, he has no endoskeleton inside him. He just teleports. He just sits there.
Oh.
Yeah, there is no endoskeleton inside him at all. That's why he sits like that. So he can't move.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's still weird though, because like even like I'd always wondered like he just teleports and he's so ghostly it's like, are you even there? People used to think that he used to sit in the kitchen, and that's why that camera is off. But Scott was just like, no, that was just a sound thing that I wanted to try out. So, but it's still not a bad theory that that's where he is. But it's not like
it's just been debunked.
Yeah. I wouldn't but yeah, always wondered about him because, you know, he just teleports. What fucking what robot teleports? So,
you know, as for all of our knowledge, robots don't just teleport.
No. And they don't.
So where does he come from? Yeah.
And they don't giggle at you, because he does like a kid laugh at you when he teleports. He's like hee 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 hee. So, that's one of the creepy laughs. So, very, very creepy. The "it's me" words pop up often. It's theorized that someone knows the person we are playing as, a possible deeper connection. Another rare case is more posters changed to show kids crying, which could hint to the missing children too, as well as "it's me" popping up on the walls too. Yeah, "it's me," like those words were like a big thing back in FNAF 1. They were everywhere. So, yeah, people thought like, oh, it's a connection. And I still think to this day, the "it's me" are someone calling out to us, the player. Whether we know someone or it's just something else, we don't know, but yeah. Very, very interesting.
Very interesting. It absolutely would make sense. And you know that there's that saying where the culprit will always return to the scene of the crime kind of thing. Well, if you were even, you know, involved in any way, then you returning there for any reason would completely make sense. If you knew the culprit, or if you knew the victims, or anything like that, and you picked up that job and went there, and any affiliation could to someone saying "it's me," and you could recognize them, you might know them. So this is a really interesting theory to me.
Well, I can confirm that back in FNAF 1, we thought we were the killer, and that's what the whole "it's me" was a thing. I can confirm that that is no longer the case. But you know, first game, like we thought we were the bad guy because they kept coming after us and kept saying "it's me." So, but yeah, that was a big thing. Like, you are the killer.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. I didn't do anything. No, I think it's me.
We just wanted to work our midnight to 6 job and get paid, you know, the $100 some odd dollars and
then your additional 50 cents.
Yeah, that's right, our additional 50 cents. Oh man, what are we gonna do without that?
I'm gonna go buy a gumball.
Or like,
oh boy,
get 50 cents, get an ice cream from McDonald's, because I'm sure they cost 50 cents back then.
True. Oh my gosh. Feed your whole family for 50 cents.
My gosh. Oh.
50 cents? I'm thinking of a new house.
Perfect. Beautiful.
You get your paycheck, I'm rich.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
Yay.
In night 3 onwards, Bonnie and Chica will make strange sounds as if someone is grasping for air. So they'd glitch and have their mouths open, and they'd do weird breathing, gasping for air. It was really creepy. Like, you see the pictures online of people actually taking the photo when they do open their mouths. Bonnie's is the creepiest because his mouth kind of twists inside open, and it's so freaky. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that was another nightmare Scott had. Because it's creepy.
Mhm.
Like, Chica's just got her beak open, but Bonnie's is just like, what are you doing, my guy? So, one of the many theories is that another reason the robots are trying to kill you is because they're possessed by the children, and they are mistaking you as their killer, and are trying to stuff you in a suit as punishment for what the killer did to them. I mean, the kids have gone missing. Where else is the killer gonna put them? Why are they stinky? Why is blood and mucus coming out from them? Why are they grasping for air? I think I know where the kids are.
We found them.
We found them. They're in the
We
city.
found them.
Uh-oh.
That is.
Oopsies.
You know what? I praise the killer for doing that. Like, I'm sure that would have been so difficult to stuff a kid inside of a suit. Like, because I see those suits and I'm like, man, a kid can fit inside there? Like,
They're probably like
Oh my
tiny.
gosh,
They're
yeah.
like bunk in the suit.
bunk, get in there, shove him in,
Fuck.
Like
I need a
like a
30-minute
gumball,
break.
just
Wait.
30-minute break, hold on. Let me just,
Hold on.
Oh, there was an interesting,
gotta
there was an
put it
interesting
in just a
thing.
little bit.
There was an interesting thing with Freddy, actually. There was an old theory that he actually has a handprint on his face. And people would theorize, like, what that handprint was. The best one I hear is that that's the killer's hand, like, pushing the head open to stuff the kid inside. So.
Oh,
Mm.
that's an interesting one.
People thought that was a proof that Freddy did the bite. Like, that's a kid stopping him from biting him, but I still think it's Foxy. So Foxy's way better candidate, but that is also a good theory for Freddy as well, by like stopping with his hand. But the hand looks too large for a child hand. Because if they're gonna go child route, I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's why I think it's better for the killer either pushing the head open to put the kid in, or that's him holding the head. But either way, it's a very interesting thing that lots of people are going crazy about with Freddy's hand-printed face.
Possibly trying to push him away before the bite of 87. Oh,
Yeah.
could be anything.
So another thing that I brought up is Phone Guy's death. He just dies out of nowhere. He's when the call happens in night 4, he's already kind of like out of it, and you hear the banging immediately, bang bang bang. He's telling us like, oh, maybe you could check inside those suits in the back room, and then so this is how it goes down. Like, he does die in the end, and all 5 robots have definitely got proof that it could be one of them, because you hear the banging, and that's from Foxy. Foxy bangs on the door in the game. Then you hear Freddy's jingle. So there you go, Freddy, straight away. You hear the grasping for air, which is Bonnie and Chica. They both do that. And at the end, you hear Golden Freddy's scream. So all 5 of them have a very good, they're all suspects.
Maybe he was doing the
420 mode.
all 20s. Yeah.
The challenge.
He was doing the challenge. He fucked up.
You wanna join me, Phone Guy? Hold up.
Yep.
But I think, yeah, like his death is still a mystery. Like, no one knows like what happened to him, how did he die, who killed him. I still think it'll always be Golden Freddy. Golden Freddy was the last one we heard. I feel like it'd just be better on paper if it was him that did it. He crashed my game. he crashed Phone Guy's game.
Oh no! Phone Guy, I'm so sorry.
No. But yes, that's all the lore that I have pulled up as of that we use for today. So, if you guys have like any other questions that you guys can think of, like throw them at me, because I might have missed some stuff.
Is there a theory about us being phone guy from a different playthrough? Because my brain just suddenly thought of that, just like, oh, well, if we're, joking around about the 420 mode, well, is that a theory that the fans have concocted at all? Because I can't be the first one to think of something like this.
So, I'm trying to remember. Okay, so when you do 420 mode and you get the pink slip, your name is not Mike Schmidt. You are someone by the name of Fritz Smith. And he's the one that gets fired for tampering with, like, the odor and, like, tampering with the animatronics and odor. Now, I don't think that's Phone Guy because Phone Guy's dead, but it's very interesting that you had Mike Schmidt from the first night up to the 6th night, and then in 420 mode you get someone completely different. So, but that's never really talked about much. Because that happens more than once. That's not the first time that happens. It happens in the second game as well. And it's the same. And it's the same name as well.
That's interesting. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna write that down because that's definitely something interesting to me. That's twice that we hear his name. But we do hear the name again. What was his name one more time?
Fritz Smith. So Fritz and Smith. And that is not. That was the FNAF 2 was the last time we heard the name Fritz Smith or Fritz up until FNAF 6. We see the name again, but I'm not gonna say how. Not gonna say how.
We'll see when we get there.
We'll see when we get there. But yeah, that was a very interesting thing that never spoken about. No one really has an answer as to why that is. So.
Thank you. I was curious about that. I'm like, hey. So.
Oh yes, you guys. Anything else? Any other questions?
I guess it's not really questions for myself because I kind of know how it works, but I know we talked about all the lore and everything. Did you want to go in the mechanics a bit more about like Bonnie, Chica, and maybe a little bit more about Foxy? I know we ended up mentioning the banging on the door with Foxy and the breathing with Bonnie and Chica, but we never really mentioned their mechanics and how they really work. I don't know if you have notes on that. I forgot.
Yeah, we can. So I can try and go best I can with to memory of how I can with how they work. So Bonnie he's the first one that's supposed to come out. And how he works is he always stays on the left side of the map. So his mechanics go, he's in the dining room, he sometimes goes into parts and service. He goes down the hallway. He likes the closet a lot. He likes to hide in there and trick you a little bit. Like, I'm in here. Hee. And then he does have that left corner where you also see Golden Freddy's poster. And then he peeks his head in, like, "Hi, this is me, Spooky." So that's pretty much his gist. And if you fail to close the door, he'll come in, and you'll hear some grasping of that. You'll hear that breathing, the grasping for air sort of stuff, and then pull the camera down, bam, you dead. Bonnie's like, "Ahaha, I win, bitch." So, but yeah, he's pretty simple. He just goes to camera, and all that sort of stuff. Chica's the same. She stays on the right side the whole time, so she also has the dining room. She has the bathroom. She has the kitchen, and because the kitchen camera is turned off, you'll know if she's in there if you hear pots and pans, like plates clanking. That means she's in there. Then you've got your hallway, the corner. And then rather than looking in the door, she looks in the window. And she has this expression that's just so creepy. Her eyes are wide and her beak is out. And she's looking at the window like, let me in. It's like,
Oh god.
it's like, no, bitch. Goodbye.
See you.
Yeah. I did say how Freddy worked with his sound mechanic, with the laughing, how he works down all through the hall, so I don't have to bring up Freddy again. But like I said, he doesn't pop up until the third night. Interesting sometimes though, his when he's on stage, he'll sometimes turn to look at the camera. Sometimes. Little cheeky little hee hee.
Terrifying.
Yeah. There used to be a picture online. Apparently it's a hoax, but I never actually fully looked into it. But there was a rare case of all three of them looking at the camera. That was a picture that people thought, whoa! I believe it's a hoax though. I don't think it's actually a real picture. Because I've never seen someone actually get it in the games. So...
Yeah.
So this thing...
Pretty convincing one though.
It was so real. I was like, yes. I wish it was real. Like, my god, it was creepy.
It does make sense.
So Foxy is he, like I said, he's very different from the rest. He stays in Pirate's Cove. Very rare he'll pop up in night 1. It can happen. It's just incredibly rare. Because his thing starts more in the second night. And okay, so this is a very interesting debate that lots of people have. You're supposed to be checking on him quite often, but some say you don't even have to. You just need a camera open. And that, I guess, counts as checking on him. But I personally don't believe that, considering I watched how Mark suffered in 420 mode, and I suggest keeping the camera on Foxy the whole time and just checking on him. Especially in the later nights, just check on him often, because he gets more and more aggressive. He'll first start opening the curtain, he'll look at you through the curtain, and then the second phase is he's outside, his head's turned, and he's doing, you know how people prepare for those sprints, how they're on the ground and they're preparing themselves. That's him. That's Foxy. And then obviously the third phase is when he's gone. You check the hallway and he's running. Then you quickly close the door, and he will bang. And every time he runs down there and bangs on the door, he will take your power. He's a bit cheeky. He's a bit greedy. Takes a bit of your power, and each time he'll take more and more and more. That's a big thing that people were always like, wait, why is my power going down? Mate, because you keep letting Foxy come out. Because sometimes Foxy can take like 6 to 10% of your power. That's it. He's greedy.
So much.
But yeah, Foxy's very different because you watch him, he runs down the hall. Everyone else just, boop, 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 boop. But I remember people would see him running down the hall and they would freak the fuck out. And he doesn't full on like jump in your face like the others do. He sticks his head in.
Yeah.
That one was that was another thing that people loved with Foxy, because he's just so different from the others. He's just like, hello. So.
Yeah, the first time I had a Death Foxy in Five Nights at Freddy's 1, it was so interesting because he just came around the corner. And if you had the sound off, it would be almost like he was just peeking in, just, hey, just checking on you. How you doing? You thirsty? You need anything while I'm here?
There's some pop in the back.
Yeah, exactly. There's. It looks like there's a party in the other room.
That was a big thing actually back in FNAF 1. I don't know if you've heard the theory that Foxy equals good guy theory. That was a big thing back in FNAF 1 because it's debunked now, but we were all like 12, so because we all loved Foxy so much that we were like, no, he would never do a thing, and it was simply because he is sticking his head in and looking at you. People think that he was actually coming to check on you to see if you were okay, and you die because you have a heart attack from the shock. So.
Oh, that's an interesting theory.
It was a very interesting theory, and it was still even believed in FNAF 2. People still believed it in the second game. It's debunked now because, he starts actually coming at your face and shit in later games. But
Yeah.
It was a very interesting theory back in FNAF 1 that I believed for quite some time. Because, I mean, yeah, he doesn't come in your face. He keeps his distance, and he checks in on you. Like, hey, you okay? And you're like, ah! So.
Yeah, to be fair, the game over screen is always the view of the animatronic, right? I believe that there were, like, balls or something else there? Am I misremembering? I might be.
What are you remembering?
But I recall that there's a the game over screen is the same regardless of which character does it.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah. It's always a Freddy suit with eyeballs sticking out.
Yeah, okay, I thought so. The thing is that what I figured it was that because you don't have a method of escape and you hear the sprinting down the hallway when Foxy pops his head in, I just assumed that you fainted. But you can't exactly defend yourself when you fainted, so I just figured that was, that was how the end was for that particular jump scare.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't sneak in, he sprints.
Yeah. That's Foxy good guy theory. Those were the days.
Adorable theory.
Very adorable theory. But yes, you guys have any other thoughts and questions?
I don't believe so. I think from what I remember, we covered a lot of it, if not all of it.
Yeah, I think that's everything that I had to ask about.
I mean, there is other little habits that happen that happen in the game where in the storage room, every now and then, you know how, like I said, that there was a hoax picture of the characters on stage turning and looking at the camera. Well, there is an actual time where in the storage room, or parts and service, I should say, where you know how there's the endoskeleton, then you have all the heads of all the suits. Very rare. They'll all look at you. They'll all, like, the endoskeleton and the heads.
Oh my gosh.
Will look at you. Yeah. That was a...
No, sir, I don't like it.
No, it's horrible. It's horrible. But yeah, that would happen, and that endoskeleton is what actually they use to stuff you into. I don't think, because people used to think that that's actually Freddy that they stuff you into, but I think it's just a spare Freddy suit that they have. I don't think it's the actual Freddy suit, because that would be a bit odd. But other things, like people used to wonder, why is Freddy in the female bathroom? When he teleports in the bathroom, he's in the female section. Last I checked, Freddy's a boy.
Interesting.
So, people...
Why is Freddy in the ladies' bathroom?
So, no one knows, but people used to think that maybe his spirit was a female. That's what people would theorize about, but yeah, no one knows, no one knows about that. What else? What I brought up at some point, Chica. When Chica gets close in the hallway, her mouth opens, and you see a row of teeth in the back of her beak. And people used to think that.
I don't like that.
People used to think that was a person in there, murdered, and that's their teeth. That has been debunked. It is just the endoskeleton.
Oh, okay.
I know. If you saw it, you'd be like, "What?" But thankfully, it is just the endoskeleton doing that. So, thank God.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Oh.
And the only other thing that I can think of at the top of my head is, you guys know about the honking on the poster?
Yeah, little bear.
Yeah, a little bit. Do you know about it, Heavy?
Now that you mention it, yes.
Yeah, so
Is it on the nose?
it is on the nose, on the Celebrate poster. People used to think that if you did that, it would make the animatronics go away. It's it's not true.
Oh,
Unfortunately, that would be very nice, but it's not true.
that's really cute, but no.
But the reason why that's in there is because when Scott was making the game, he had his 2 children and they were young at the time. They're adults now, and I think one of them's like a famous book author. But they were kids at this time, and he asked them like, "Hey, what should I put in the what else should I put in the game?" And I think his youngest kid said, or his oldest, one of the two. One of them said, "You should make it that when you press on Freddy's nose, it honks." So he's like, "Oh, that's a yeah, okay, I'll put that in." So he puts it on the poster, and that was a thing that happened all the time. Where if you honked on Freddy's nose, it would always honk. But I think they stopped doing it in FNAF 6. I think.
Oh, that's a shame. That would be wonderful if that was just a staple that they kept.
Right. I think sometimes maybe they did it in Help Wanted, but yeah, it's not really used as often anymore. Like, which is kind of sad because that was such it was such a thing that people loved, and that's the first thing they check in the game. Like, is the honking still a thing?
Mm-hmm. Oh, actually, I did think of something. Chica's cupcake.
Ah, yes.
Oh yeah.
I completely forgot about its existence.
Is this because of the movie and how it works in the movie?
No, it's because does it appear in the Five Nights at Freddy's office?
It does sit in the office, yes. It's there the whole time, I think. But the question is if that's actually, because I think he still sits. His name's Mr. Cupcake. We call him Carl. Fans dubbed him Carl, but I think he still sits on Chica's hand when she's on stage, and he's still in the office at the time as well. So it might be just a merch cupcake. But yeah, he sits in the office and never did anything. He just vibed there, and the cupcake wasn't really a big deal until FNAF 4, when he was like, "I'ma be a murderer."
Oh no!
Just a sweet
Cupcake,
little
no!
guy.
I thought we were friends.
Just a little
Yeah.
guy. And then in the movie, obviously, he's just a rabid dog.
Mm-hmm.
If not friend, why friend shape?
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
Carl
the
Cupcake
crazy
is a
thing
perfect name.
Yeah, right? Yeah, his name, everyone calls him Carl. And then when you look in the encyclopedia, his name's Mr. Cupcake. And it even gets even more debunked, because in the movie, there's a character there named Carl. And he's the one that gets his face mauled by Mr. Cupcake. So, that's Scott being like, "Fuck your Carl name. His name's Mr. Cupcake."
You know, listen. Mr. implies that it's, we're referring to their last name and not their first name. His first name could still be Carl,
Mm-hmm.
and he could still be Mr. Cupcake.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. It's fine.
Carl cake.
Carl.
Sir.
And it's crazy, like, in
So
the movie, how he bites, he causes you to bleed, but like, you look at his teeth, and it's like, wait a minute, how the hell are you able to cause that much blood with your flat ass teeth? So
Flat, and 2 of them.
mm-hmm.
Power.
Mm-hmm.
Very much
Power.
So yeah, that's our Carl Cupcake, as we dub him. So yeah, anything else y'all's lovelies have?
thinking real hard. It's been a while since Five Nights at Freddy's 1.
I can't think of anything else either. Like I said, it's the beginning. There wasn't much before it, but there's a lot after it. So yeah, if you guys have nothing else, we can end this podcast of episode 1.
Yeah, I think that about covers it, honestly.
Honestly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of much else. If our lovely people who are watching have thought of anything else, they're welcome to put it in the comment section. Because yeah, literally I cannot think of anything else. So yeah. But yes, other than that, that will conclude the end of episode 1 of FNAF 1. The game that started it all, the grandpappy of the series, and the mysterious one. People still think that FNAF 1 is their favorite or the scariest because, you know, it's just so creepy.
It definitely left a lot of questions, especially since there's stories sprinkled in, so people want to know about it.
Yep. Yeah. Don't worry. When we get into FNAF 2, there's a lot more. Lots more.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, FNAF.
So excited.
Like FNAF 1 got popular, and then FNAF 2 was like, hold my beer.
Give me a sec.
FNAF 2 is when people, like, lots of people were saying, yeah, FNAF 2 is when I started, because FNAF 2's popularity skyrocketed the series.
I believe it.
Yeah, right.
I'm so looking forward to talking about Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Yeah, definitely. But yes, next episode we will be taking on Five Nights at Freddy's 2, which that'll be a very fun time. But yes, thank you, Hevie and Red, for this. Thank you for taking on my challenge of this. I'm sure we're gonna have a fun time, especially in the later stuff. I'm gonna throw stuff at you, and you're gonna be like, "Wait, this contradicts this," and I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, well, you know." Welcome to FNAF.
But that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I might tell you.
Well, you thought.
I might tell you. You see that law? Throw it out.
Oh, that you thought about this? That's gone now. Throw it in the trash.
It was like that then. No more.
Forget about it.
I can't wait till we get to FNAF 4, because that is going to be so much fun. Because I was so tempted to be cheeky with it, but I've decided I'm going to be nice with it and try my best to explain FNAF 4, because honestly that one's a hard one to talk about. But I was so tempted to be cheeky. I was so tempted to be cheeky with it.
Oh, that one's the one I'm most excited about. That's actually been my favorite Five Nights at Freddy's game so far.
Wow, you are on that small hill of popularity because people hate that game.
I've heard.
I think that was around the time I stopped.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Killed me.
But yes, other than that, thank you for watching the FNAF podcast, and we will see you guys in the second episode with Five Nights at Freddy's